Hey guys, Rhonda Doxey here with the Real Haven Group and Deirdre Lehman back with me today, and we're continuing our discussion about why you need a listing agent when you go to sell your home.
Right, it's really important to have a listing agent because you need expertise. But we just touched the tip of the iceberg on the pre-offer process and felt like it was really important to follow up with the post-offer process. So here we are, your house is marketed well, you've finally got an offer. What happens next?
So what happens next is when I have an offer come in, I review the contract and make sure that all of the addendums needed are coming in with the contract, making sure that the contract is filled out correctly, all the names are correct, that all the boxes are checked and that kind of thing. And once I do that, I present the offer to the client and we review it together and make a decision on whether it's a good offer or a bad offer and whether or not we need to counter the offer or just tell them, bring us another offer.
Yeah, because sometimes the offer is not even good enough to really warrant a counter because it's so far off. And that's where the expertise of a realtor comes in. You're going to evaluate the market again, make sure none of the conditions have changed, look at the CMAs or the comparative market.
Exactly.
So,
and go through all of that. And so once we go back to the buyer with the counter offer, let's say, then the negotiation goes through and all the documents are signed and we take it to title and title is opened.
Once title is open, we have 3 days, 3 really important short days to get the earnest money to the title company and the option fee to the seller. And then what happens?
So once all that happens, title is open and there's other deadlines that the title company needs to follow. So we make sure that, you know, if a survey is needed, they order the survey on time. If HOA documents are needed, they're ordering those on time, that kind of thing. And make sure that when the title policy comes back, there's no clouds on title that need to be cleared up by the by the seller.
Right. And then in the meantime, the buyer is scheduling their inspection.
Correct.
To make sure that the house is in the condition that they expect it to be in, or what happens if it's not.
So what happens if it's not is they usually come back with a list of repairs that they would like done prior to closing, or they may ask for money off the sales price or towards their closing costs. And so a negotiation occurs, and it's real important as the listing agent to keep your emotions out of it. This is a professional transaction, and you have to kind of tread lightly because it is usually an emotional type of experience for the seller. So we try.
Because now they're being nitpicky. The buyers are being nitpicky.
The buyers are being nitpicky. So, and sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. So we just work through that process and come up with an agreeable solution for all parties.
Right. So then we sign off on any additional amendments that are needed to make sure that the contract is updated to reflect any additional concessions or repairs that are needed.
Right.
And then we start, as the listing agent, start working with making sure the title company's on top of everything, the lender's on top of everything, there's an appraisal ordered, if there's any other factors that need to be taken care of.
Exactly. And so once all that happens and the appraisal comes back, as long as the home appraises, there shouldn't be any issues. If it doesn't appraise, that might be another time where negotiation happens. And depending on the type of loan that the buyer happens, it can be negotiated or not negotiated. So that's also something real important, that the listing agent understands the type of loans that are associated with the offer contract as well. So
So that's a lot of moving pieces that happen from offer point forward.
Correct.
And having a professional realtor working with you and partnering with you on that will really help save you a lot of money and a lot of headaches.
Exactly. And so once all that's done and you get your money, hopefully you're a happy camper. But yeah, it is a lot of information. And if you'd like more information about the whole process, we do have a home seller's guide that we are happy to send to you if you just click the link below. And if you like what you hear, make sure and like and subscribe.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a great day.